Hello, and welcome to a new episode for Action Reaction. I'm Ash, and you can see Dean standing out there. Today, we review The Spawn. And here is the Mandarin Spawn in the package. He is part of the McFarlane Toys Gold Label collection. I'm not sure if I can somehow show this out, but if you can make this up. So, the Mandarin Spawn, and also additional Spawn. And this was one of their exclusives which I found in Target, but this is more of a traditional Spawn. Now, just to give you some broad information about Spawn. So the figure on your right, that's the original Spawn. He appeared in Spawn number 1, which was released in 1992 under the newly created Image Comics. But this guy, he's a different one. He has no relation to this. This is a more ancient version of Spawn. He is sort of codenamed or named as what I would say as the Scarlet Edge. He was a brutal and peerless warrior from ancient feudal society, somewhere around the regions of China. A genuine badass, fearless, and master of all kinds and forms of combat. He was a feared warrior. He finally met his demise in a very gruesome manner by an army of an undead. His soul was enraged at his dishonorable death, and he made the same deal with the devil and returned as the Mandarin Spawn to test his skills against the greatest warriors of the world. The actual story about Mandarin Spawn is a bit different, but this story is more true about this particular figure that McFarlane Toys has published. So we'll go with this story. So as of now, we are not sure if he's a good guy, he's a bad guy, he's an anti-hero, he's a adversary to the original Spawn who somehow comes up. We have no idea about that. We'll have to wait on that. But that was a short backstory. Now, let's have a look at his packaging. If you can see, this is quite different from the traditional McFarlane packaging that we are used to see. First of all, on the top, if you can see, it says 14 plus and it is not a toy. The front comes with the Gold Label Collection sticker. We have Spawn, Mandarin Spawn that is written. A full-scale display which shows the action figure. I see a sword, a lance, and a display stand. For some reason, I do not see a character card, but let's open this and we'll see. We go to the back, and this is a brilliant profile for this particular figure. And again, on the left profile, we see the dragon. That was the box. Now is the time for unboxing. So let's give the traditional Spawn a send-off for now, and let's bring our good old friend Dean to do the honors. I love this box. And as I suspected, there is no character card that is associated with this. So I think this character is driven in mystery. Okay, and just out, we see the figure. I think we need to be careful because part of this goes outside the box, so we'll need to be very careful while taking him out. Okay, the figure is finally out of the box, so let's try and look at the articulations, then we'll follow with the detailing that has been done on this figure. Finally, we'll have a look at the accessories. So figure as such, let's have a look at this. This figure is certainly a piece of our work. Let me show you this. Let's remove the accessories out of the way. Okay. Just so that we can appreciate the effort that was spent in preparing this figure. So this will be a very detailed detailing review that I'm gonna do. Okay, so let's go with our articulations. So we have a headpiece. Let's see how much up it goes. Effectively not so much up, not so much down. So I don't think so this has a lot of articulation. This can sort of turn around, get loose. So I'm not sure if this will ever look up or down, but I think side by side it looks good. The articulation for the neck, I am not really impressed by this, but I think based on its design, probably that was much more logical. But I think you can only do a left or right, and that too not a complete thing. So he will always be looking down. There is nothing for him to look up, and that is how those neck articulations will be. Let's have a look at his shoulder. I think this is the best his shoulder can extend. I think this has been stopped because of the shoulder pads that they have. These are undead monsters. We can look sort of like a zombie pose for them, but that's fine. Related to hand, it goes this way, it goes this way. There is no rocker or anything on this. It does turn around. Yeah. I'm assuming now this is an extra piece of, these horns are soft rubber, so I do not think they will cause any harm, but let's see. Okay, they are coming in between his head, so yeah, I don't think so we can set him up for a variety of poses which is somewhere around this, so probably twisting it may work, but then you will lose all this brilliant designs that they have put in. Again, as with the right hand, the left hand does similar kind of activity, but this one, oh, this one doesn't go back. For some reason this one did, or maybe I'm just doing it a bit wrong, but I do not want to risk it. I do not want to break this. Probably it has got to do with, you know, how those two accessories on his wrist are a bit, so I believe we call them wrist guards. So I think due to the difference, this can only move in forward, not backward. And again, the hand turns it completely, goes forward and backward. Let's see if it has got, I see a waist or a chest or waist articulation. So let's see, it can go this much forward, it can go all the way back. So, oh, this is nice. I mean, if I turn his hand around, this backward movement, no, I like it. Probably this can complement his ability to move his neck up or down. Now let's take a look at his waist. Oh, it can twist, it can do a complete twist, so this would be nice in terms of side poses. Now let's take a look at his leg. There is no thigh articulation. Let's see this leg. With difficulty, this is how much it goes forward and this is how much it goes back. I think his knees will make it up more for it. These are double jointed knees, so this is how much it goes, and for some reason it also does this. So this is sort of like the centaur legs that we are used to, so I was not able to get him stand out correctly, but yeah, probably this is the way we need to stand him. Yeah, and as always with the McFarlane toys, we have articulations in his legs, but these legs are quite different, so I don't think so there will be it doesn't make sense to have this articulation. So this was the action figure with its articulation. Now let's take a look at this detail. I mean, just holding it in my hand, I can see what a brilliant piece of work this is. Let's go through the head. We see all those horns. So if you look at those horns, they have those delicate deformities that we see. We see his crown, we see Spawn emblem, which has green eyes also in it. So that is a very detailed work that has been done. Kudos. And again, all this, so I do not see any paint application on this. Everything looks quite well. Two huge canine teeth which are going from down to up. He has his sharp teeth, then his eyes, which I believe could be a version of green. We also have some small bits over here which sort of work like the eyebrows of the mask, and I'm assuming this is a mask and this is not the actual face, just the way Spawn has. We go back and look at the level of detail. I mean, these are probably, we can call him their hair, and we turn around it completely. Let's come and look at his torso. So it looks like a face filled with its own eyes, own horns, nose, teeth, bottom teeth, and that's why I think if we do it up and down, it's like it's opening his mouth. So that is, there is a dragon present over here with a side emblem out here. If we go and look at the sash, so sash is very detailed. It's blue, it contains a skull, various horns, nice detailing out here, nice design out here. I think the only problem I would feel with this is sort of a hard plastic, and this could possess problems when we are sort of posing this guy out here. I would have more appreciated if this was made of maybe a softer plastic or a cloth. I mean, that could have been more appreciated. Take a look at his hands. So his hands, the left side, I'm pretty much impressed about. This has those two horns, and if you see those extreme detailing that they have done, this is mind-blowing. If you see on this particular shoulder pad, it's a blue color, but it sorts of blends into a white, and this naturally takes progression into this bone claw is what I'm assuming. Not a claw wouldn't be the right word, but a bone horn is what I'm assuming. His elbow pads, There is sort of a demon out there with sort of a Batmanish, I'm not sure if we call it a fin on hand, but probably a fin. So this is pretty good. On the right side, we again have a shoulder pad, which is different. We have sort of a replica of again a Mandarin Spawn head. I'm not sure what exactly this is, but I'm assuming this is a Spawn logo out here with his horn. So this both things, so his right shoulder pad is very much closer to his head is what I feel. Now if we go down, this is in silver color and extremely nice detailing that has been done. Some small horns that have been added. Right elbow pad, we see a small design. It is quite, this is not anyway similar to them. So they are basically two different designs. So it's completely different pieces that we have. We have already discussed about the sash. Let's take a look at the legs. If you see his leg, there is extreme detailing that has been done. And again, this is not a figure that for which we have a reference material. So we have to go with that, with the assumption that this is how this guy looks like. So we come to the leg braces and you see two demons, which are again two different demons. One with a, I do not know, a circle for a head, and one with, so basically let's take a look at this design. So this is more of a Japanese monster or Chinese monster mask. And this is more like a Spawn head. So I'm not sure. They are both quite different and they are both quite good. And if we go to the leg, I think this is a shin guard. And again, if you see, both the shin guards have completely different design. So I think this figure, while it was being designed, has taken quite a long time to design it, because, oh, there are again some horns that are coming from his calf. And again, as we see, it has sort of a monster leg. So this is nice. Now, when I saw this particular figure on the Walmart website, so this is again a gold label collection, which is a Walmart exclusive from McFarlane Toys. So when I was looking at the figure on the website, this looked pretty much like, probably something that I'll pass, but I'm glad I did not pass this. In hand, this is much better than what it was supposed to look. So I think I'm really happy with the decision to buy this. So now this was all the figure. Let's have a look at his accessories. So this is called a dragon sword. I'm not sure how this will qualify as a sword, but that's its official name. And again, look, they have not left anything to chance. Do you look at this? So a dragon sword needs to have a dragon emblem or dragon etched on the sword. A gold sword with a blue handle and I believe some green fur around it. And even that, I believe, is not just a green, but probably silverish, that mix up that goes and molds into a green. Look at the detail over here. Again, this I believe are some dragons which finally are growing, and finally a big dragon is flying. And I think both the sides have the same design. I really love this dragon sword. This is really beautiful. Yeah, and the small edges to give that this is an old worn out weapon, but this is nice. Let's go to lance. This is called as a lance. I'm not sure if it comes with any other name. If you guys know, please write down in the comments. Again, it comes with a blue staff on which the blade is mounted. It is sort of like a spear, again with the detailed dragon design on here, and on the back side. The Spawn logo, which was available on his forehead, the same Spawn logo is available over here. And finally, it goes to sort of a New Orleans design. I'm not sure. Yeah, but this is really nice. I mean, considering this is a old Chinese feudal lord, I believe, based on whatever influences I've seen the old feudal Chinese movies to show, I think this more or less matches that kind of an assumption. I think this figure was made with, a straight thought that I'm going to put in more efforts on the detailing as compared to articulation. So if that was the thought process, I think this figure does more justice. Let's move to the next section wherein we try and sort of pose this guy to ensure, see how stable he is, how better he'll perform. And voila. So this is how he stands. Now something that I did observe, this is very soft, so it does not retain the shape. So those staffs, they are of very soft plastic material. They do not retain their shape. But I think for posing, it should be good. Okay. So let's have him over here, ready for the war. I think his leg is going to be a bit of concern. Let's see if this base stand helps us in any way. No, I think we need to displace the weight around. Okay, let's make it in a different way. Okay, so not bad. I wouldn't say it as bad. Yeah, and he topples down. Manages. Maybe I have a wobbly base. I do not know, but probably this is a good pose. Let's try and put him in a pose that he came up on his back. Okay, so this is pretty much standard. Okay, not bad. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't really like these legs. For some reason, I don't. They are not stable. I don't like them. Yeah, I mean, with all the detailing, they could have done a bit better job with those legs. Let's have both the spawns ready to charge in the battle. Okay. Yep, they look good. Who has massacred the one true spawn? Yeah. Just quick reminders. On this particular figure, this is a Walmart exclusive. This is still available. By the time I'm shooting this video, this is still available on the Walmart website for $19.99. This has problems with articulation. I'm not really fan of those feet. You will have to be patient when it comes to posing this guy, but that more or less makes in terms of the design that has been provided to this figure. If you are a collector who is more after the designs, who is more after the artistic side of the figure as compared to the articulation and the posing style, this is surely a figure for you. If you are more in posing, you can give this a pass, but to be fair, I mean, this is not a figure you would want to pass. This is the gold label version. I had probably heard that there was a more regular version of Mandarin Spawn. I have not seen it anywhere, but it's supposed to be red and gold. Again, I have put up the details, the Wikia for a normal Mandarin Spawn in the description section below. This was our review. I would rate it very high, even though I don't have a rating system. But if, let's say, if I'm putting it on a scale of 5, I would still go as high as 4 for this. The one point that I would take out would be on the articulation. I will still give it a 4 out of 5. So this is one good figure. You should go out and buy this one. And I believe that's it for now. So this is Ash again. I am saying goodbye to you. Stay safe. Dean also says bye to you. Have a great day. Bye.